Hey guys, it's me, Emmy Cat, obviously. Today I am gonna be reading part of a story I had wrote, I wanna say 3 years ago. It's not complete. I never finished it. I have no idea where it was going or how it was going to end. I've read it myself a couple, 2 months ago, and it was but anyway, I'll read some of this. I can see if I can get the whole thing in one video, but if it starts being too long, I'll make a part 2. As you see, there's better lighting. I have gotten a photography light from my boyfriend's mother. She gave it to me for free. And yeah, here we go. Chapter 1. I woke with a start when someone slammed a book down on the counter in front of me. Sorry, I said. I hadn't even realized I'd fallen asleep while standing up. What the fuck, are you a horse or something? People don't fall asleep standing up. Sorry to wake you up, a woman said sarcastically in a raspy, witch-like voice. But I want to buy this book. She put one of her manicured fingers on the book. It was a cookbook. I rang it up. That'll be $16.72. I guess that's not real expensive. I don't know. I don't know what books are priced. I usually get mine at the store for $1. That'll be $16.72, ma'am, I said. I put the book in a bag. The woman handed me a 20. I gave her her change and the book. She left in a hurry, like she was in a burning building and found an exit. Okay. I looked around and saw that the only other person in the bookstore was Kyle, my best friend. He was shelving some new books. Hey, Kyle, why don't we go? I doubt anyone else would come by. I asked. That's not a question. He nodded, and we asked our boss if we could close up for the day. If nobody else was in the store, then where the fuck was his boss? He said we could, so we left and let him deal with closing up. You asked if you could close up, and then you leave and let your boss deal with closing up. The fuck? Mind if I walk home with you, Kyle asked. I don't know why I asked. He always walked home with me. Then what? Never mind. He always denied it, but I knew he had a crush on me. I nodded, and we headed toward my house. Wait. Oh, the main character is a girl. I forgot. I thought it was a boy. I was like, I didn't know I wrote a gay character. Nothing wrong with it, but I didn't realize. Never mind. I really hate working at that bookstore, I said. No one ever goes there. Well, almost no one. I know, he said. It was only 6:42 p.m., but it was pretty dark and cold. I zipped my sweater all the way up. Should have added an up there. You know, I said as we turned a corner, most normal 16-year-olds would be working at Starbucks or McDonald's, but not us. Ooh, I thought it was so edgy because my characters were working at a fucking bookstore. There's a 15-year-old me making fun of kids my age, I guess. And then I guess we aren't normal, Kyle said. Hashtag normal people scare me. That's not the book, but that's the vibe I'm getting from this. We turned into an alley that led directly toward a forest. Oh, my house was on the other side of the forest. I really hate this alley, I whined. It always smells like dead cat. Ew. But it's the only way to get to my house, I reminded myself. As we got closer to the last building in the alley, I heard voices coming from inside the building. I stopped and went to the door on the side of the building. It was ajar. The way I wrote ajar is based in jar, so it just looks like a jar. The door was just a jar. Just a mason jar. I was about to open it when I heard a blood-curdling scream. Ooh. We have to get out of here, Kyle said, frantic. Thinking someone might have been hurt, I ignored him and peered into the door. Kyle grumbled, but looked in with me. I saw a man tied to a chair. He had cuts all over his body. Jesus Christ. And a nasty gash on his right temple. There were two other men, one with a knife and the other with a pistol. The one holding the knife was tall, maybe 5'10". He was either bald or had shaved his hair. Even if you shaved, that would still make you bald. Whatever. He was wearing dark jeans and a green t-shirt. He had his back to us, so I couldn't see his face, but the man with the gun was next to the man in the chair, facing us. He was about a foot shorter than the other man. If he was a foot shorter than a 5'10" man, that made him shorter than me. Jesus Christ. I'm 4'11", by the way. He had a beak-like nose, blonde curly hair, thin lips, and piercing green eyes. How the fuck close were you to see his green eyes? He was wearing black pants and a black leather jacket. I saw Kyle open his mouth to speak when the short man started talking. When the short man started talking. Any last words? The short man asked. He had a deep voice, deeper than expected. The man who was tied up had long black hair, a short nose, and a black eye. He was tan, opposed to the other men who were ghostly white. He was wearing light wash jeans and a red long sleeve shirt. Jesus, you're describing everyone in immaculate detail. I used to be really into crime shows, like Criminal Minds and CSI and stuff, so I used to write, like, mystery novels and stuff. Well, I would start writing them, I never actually finished them. He remained silent. Didn't think so, the short man said. He raised his gun and pointed it at the man's forehead. Then he pulled the trigger. I never heard a gun being fired, and it was louder than I imagined. I screamed and wished I hadn't. The two men, not including the now dead man. Not including the now dead man tied in the chair, looked toward us. Yes, because the dead man's going to turn around and be like, huh? Run, Kyle yelled. He grabbed my hand and we started running just as the man fired his gun toward us, causing the door to open all the way. I heard the short man yell, then heard footsteps behind us. I didn't dare look back. We kept running through the forest, running in zigzags, hoping to lose them. Loose. I wrote loose, hoping to loose them. When we realized we didn't hear any other footsteps, we slowed down. It looked like slod. Just as we reached the end of the forest, we stopped. I leaned against a tree. Kyle did the same. Oh my God, I said between breaths. Then I started sobbing. Kyle wrapped his arms around me. Shh, it's okay, we're safe, he said. He let go of me and looked at me. Can we just go to my house, I asked, whipping tears from my face. He nodded, and we walked down the road. When we finally made it to my house, he looked in the driveway. Good, my parents are gone, I said. How's that good, Lizzie? Kyle asked. Also, now we learn the girl's name is Lizzie. Wait, did I say it already? I don't want to talk to them right now. I need to think, I said as I got out my key and unlocked the door. We went inside. I closed the door and put the key in the bowl. We went into the living room. I'm going to call the police, Kyle said, grabbing the phone. No, I put the phone back. We can't call the police. You just saw a man get fucking murdered. Why aren't you going to call the police? Oh, let me guess. They're going to be heroes. Why? Kyle grabbed the phone. Why? Kyle grabbed the phone and dialed 911 before I could answer. I let him talk to the police while I went into the kitchen. I got 2 sodas and came back out. Kyle was hanging up the phone when I came in. I handed him a soda. So, I asked. I opened my soda can. They didn't believe me. Kyle sounded pissed off. He plopped himself on the couch. I sat next to him. I told you shouldn't have called. I said, the cops here never believe kids. Honestly, that's not a very good cop if they're not going to look into someone who just said that they saw someone get murdered. I think after this chapter, it's just one more page, I'll read the next in another video. Let's continue. What do we do now? Kyle said, taking a sip of soda. I turned on the TV. We have to catch these guys ourselves before they kill anyone else, I said. Or us. Catch them? Kyle sounded doubtful. How are 2 16-year-olds going to catch 2 murderers? I looked at Kyle. We have to outsmart them. And just how do you suppose we do that? Kyle said. I have no idea, I said, but we need to think of something. We spent the next hour watching TV. I wasn't paying attention. We have to catch these guys, I thought. Okay. Well, that's it for now. I'll read the rest in another video. There are, let's see. There are 2 more chapters. So I'll probably do 1 chapter per video. And I'll try to figure out what the fuck is going on, because apparently I decided to make my character a hero in some way, even though they're 16 years old. I guess I wanted to be like I don't know, I just wanted to be cool like that or something, to be able to solve a mystery, but I knew I would never be able to in this shithole town, so wrote a story about it. But yeah, that's it for now. Please like and subscribe if you like my video. Leave a comment. What do you think I should do next besides reading the rest of the story? And yeah, bye.